So as we all spend this time at home and away from our normal activities, our regular things that we normally do like work and school, we've really been able to see what's important to us. What are we missing? Some things we're missing a lot. The biggest thing that I've been missing has been hugs. Ooh, I love a hug. Someone wraps their arms around you and it feels like everything is right with the world. You're reminded that you're not alone. You're reminded how much someone cares for you. Hugs are great. And I've been missing that. Now, I don't live alone and I give hugs, but for me, I receive hugs mainly from people that I don't live with. They're mostly from women. My husband, Michael, he is not a hugger by nature. He would give me a hug if I asked him, but that's just not the way that he's wired. So I usually get my hugs from women. And I don't live with any women. So that means for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks, there have been no hugs, no receiving hugs. I give hugs, but not a lot of receiving hugs. So my hug tank, it's just been going down and is like, my hug tank is empty. It's empty. I give hugs when I'm happy, receive hugs when I'm happy. I give hugs when I'm sad. I receive hugs when I'm sad. Hugs are for any time. Hugs make me feel connected. They make me feel loved and appreciated and valued. So hugs, they're really important. And hugs have been missing. But a couple of weeks ago, I stumbled across something that has made all the difference for me, and that was surrogate hugging. Surrogate hugging. What is surrogate hugging? So a surrogate is a substitute. It's someone that steps into a role. So right now, you have surrogate teachers. Your parents are your surrogate teachers. They are your substitute teachers. They are people who they're stepping into the role that your teachers would normally play. So a surrogate hugger would step into that role for the person that you haven't been able to get that hug from. And I asked Carrick. Carrick is about my height, so he could fill in for another grown-up. Grown-ups are usually the people that I get the hugs from outside of the people I live with. So Carrick's my height, and he's a great hugger, and he was willing. So I would say a name, and I would close my eyes, and Carrick would step in, and he would hug me as if he was that person. And I would visualize them in my mind and use my imagination, and it would feel like I was getting a hug from that person. So it would go like this. I would say, Zella. Close my eyes. Carrick would step in. I would visualize Zella. I would imagine her in my mind, and I would get this comforting feeling in my body. And then we would step apart, and I would go to the next person. My mom, Rose. Close my eyes, step in, receive the hug from Carrick. Rose, she's a long hugger. And then open, and then I would go on to the next person. Deb, close my eyes, step in, receive the hug from Carrick. And Deb, she's taller than I am. So Carrick, he would step up on a stool and he would give me the hug like that. And it was great. It's really made all the difference for us. So you can do this. Who is it in your life that you miss hugging? A grandparent, a teacher, your best mate? Do you have a parent who you think would be willing to get down on your level, get down at your height, to pretend that they are your best friend hugging you? I think you might. And guess what? Hugs have a lot of benefits. Hugs create smarter kids because hugs help you grow your brain. There's a hormone in your body called oxytocin. And oxytocin helps your immune system. And your immune system is what helps you not get sick. Or if you get sick, then it helps you fight off that sickness faster. And hugs can help increase the oxytocin in your body. It's great. So you need to find someone to hug this week. and especially if you are missing someone that you're not getting to see, someone you can't be around. Now, what if your person is alone? Kids are not alone, but there are a lot of grown-ups who are alone right now. How can you help them? How about you set up a time with that person and you send out your hug to them? They could be where they are. They could either have their hands open like this, ready to receive that hug, or they could cross their hands across their chest as if these hands were your hands hugging them. It might be exactly what they need. It might be exactly what you need, or both. They would be receiving that loving, healing energy that you're sending out into the world. It's beautiful. So what is it about being without our people that's so challenging? Well, God made us to need each other. There's nothing in nature that exists by itself. Nothing that goes solo. There is nothing in nature that lives without the help of others. And that applies to humans as well. We need the touch of other people. This is backed up by science. You know, God, he's the biggest scientist. God is the biggest scientist there ever was. So this week, go find someone to hug and find a way to get that healing, loving energy out into the world to those people who you are missing. Let's be in prayer together. Gracious and loving God, healer of the world, help us to be connected even though we are apart. Amen.